Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and this is my Backlash prediction video. I just realized like the logo looks odd. I should have probably positioned myself better. Okay, well, either way, there's only five matches, which I guess is like not too bad. It's gonna be at noon my time, so that's a little odd. I'm gonna have to wake up a little earlier than I normally do to watch it, but I don't mind like a super early fin because then I kind of have the rest of the day to do other stuff. But I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible, so let's just jump into it. We got five matches. We'll start at the bottom, which I think probably will be the like I don't know if it's necessarily the bottom, but the first probably match in the night, which is Kevin Owens and Randy Orton versus the Bloodline, or like the new Bloodline, whatever you want to call them. I think the match is going to be really good. I think probably this is just going to be one of those just really good matches that's going to be like a further along storyline, but I don't see the Bloodline here losing. I mean, the whole point, this is Tama Tonga's in-ring debut, and they're trying to build up the Bloodline 2.0 to be this crazier, badder thing. And if they lose here, then what would be the point? So I don't see Solo and Tama Tonga losing. I think we might get a shenanigans to have maybe another Bloodline member join, like maybe Jacob Fatu or something like that. I could see something like that happening. Um, Possibly, even just winning. They might just win clean. I mean, Solo's 0 for 40 technically in matches since he beat John Cena. So I think like on TV they have to have it because like what's the whole point? If they lose here, then the whole like there's consequences for loss losing and then they lose again. So I think this is going to be a bloodline thing, and it's going to be a statement match. It's going to either be a pretty long match or it's going to be like kind of a shorter one where they just kind of dominate most of the match. But I mean, it's Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, so you don't want to bury them too much. Next up, we have the tag team match for the women's tag team titles. It'll be the Kabuka Warriors versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. I really don't see a world where Jade and Bianca don't win this. I could see this possibly being like a one of two parter match where like they somehow lose with like damage control really doing something crazy, and then possibly like they'll whatever they face each other next, which would be like SummerSlam or something, they pull the titles off. But I think the way that they've been showing everything that they have in Bianca and Jade, I think they win here. That'd be where my money is. I feel like if not now, it's the very next time they face each other. But I feel like they're just too hot not to put the titles on them, and I kind of hate it because like I feel like Damage Control then will just kind of fall off to the wayside, and yeah, because I mean we already know Damage Control is on Raw, and these two are on SmackDown, so um, this is kind of the end of this whole rivalry. So there really be an opportunity necessarily that they might have to like get another shot at them. So I could see them just beating them here, which I don't necessarily like or dislike because I do believe like Jade and Bianca can carry those titles and be like this super team. And as long as they defend it very, very like a lot, they could really rebuild the tag division just by having them even just destroy everything because then it would be like just a bunch of tag teams going after this massive prize that they've been holding on to. But it's the flip side of it that if they just kind of like have them as a super team, the only way that they're gonna destroy each other is I mean like to lose is to destroy each other, which could be cool too. So like I think the story would be a lot better with having those two. I personally like Asuka and Kairi Sane a lot more, so I would like them to retain here. But if I'm a betting man, I'm gonna go with Jade and Bianca. Next up, we got the triple threat match for the women's championship. It's Naomi versus Bailey versus Tiffany Stratton. Me personally, I really would love Tiffany to win here. I think it'd be way too soon to take the belt off Bailey though, so like I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, that's just my personal taste. I feel like with having no women's mid card title, like eventually Tiffany's gonna strike gold and get that big title like way sooner than I think most younger people get like an opportunity for a major title. But I don't know if it's here because it would be just kind of a crazy out of left field thing. I think Naomi's the wild card in it because like I think she's there to definitely increase the match of like this is going to be a pretty nice lengthy match and have some really good spots in it. So I think like the triple threat thing was the right idea. Only issue is I don't see Bailey losing it here. She just got the title. Like even if there's some shenanigans where she gets like beaten or something, it's just I just don't see her dropping the title just one premium live event later. But that's my feeling. So I feel Bailey's going to win that one. Next up, we got the World Heavyweight title. It is Damian Priest versus Jey Uso, and they've built this really nicely, and I think it's going to be a really good match. I just don't see Damian Priest losing this. Like, why would they have him cash in and lose it right away to Jay? I think they've built Jay's character up by making him the first overall pick from Raw, and like just showing how much like everybody's like, yeah, he is a main event talent. So you don't need to put the belt on him right here to keep putting that on like as as the storyline. So with that being said, I feel like yeah, just Damian Priest wins here. I definitely think the Judgment Day come down there to try to help, almost cost them the match, which just furthers their story of just descent into breaking up at some point, and just Jay kind of gets unlucky here. Possibly the Bloodline could cost Jay if they really want to go in there, but I think with Jay being on Raw and the Bloodline being on SmackDown, it just kind of might not be the time that they need to pull that trigger to have Jay kind of have to be, on his like a head on a swivel looking around, but you never know. That could also possibly happen. Last match, which I think will be the main event, will be Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. I think this one, to me, it will be the best like physical match. I think they have a really good type to go against each other. They have some history. AJ Styles has history of Cody's dad. Like I think it's a great first match for Cody's title defense. I think it's going to be a really good one. But I a million percent you can bet the house that Cody Rhodes retains here. I mean, this is the one that like out of all of them that is absolutely just the easiest one being said. Like I can't imagine any world that they would just do that after all of that time. But that is my predictions. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me what you guys think. I think like this like because Backlash is kind of like that mid I don't know, like mid's a good word, but like it's a premium live event that's like right after WrestleMania. Like stuff happens, but like not, you know, not anything too crazy happens. So I don't think we're gonna get any really big title changes except for maybe the tag team titles, and that's fine. I think it's perfectly fine. I think they've built up some nice stories. Five matches is a little bit small. I think last year's card was a little bit longer. I could be wrong. I think it was six or seven, but um, it's been a while. It's been a year exactly. So yeah, tune in. Put what your predictions down in the comments. Bye guys.